At the beginning of the movie, Mary comes on the scene. Who was the friend of Peter? She had become a renowned model and her posters had stuck throughout the city. It means that she was leading a successful life. On the other side, Peter was pizza delivery guy. And he had a useless bike. Peter possessed the multi-powers. And these powers were the great responsibilities on him. And he was not amending anything in his personal life because of these powers. Neither he was concentrating on himself nor he was getting a good job. He was not able to accomplish any task on time. Even he was also failing in his exams. He used to forget everything except helping humanity. Peter goes to that shop where he was serving as a pizza delivery guy. His head shows his anger on him because he had arrived late as usual. Then he orders that you have to deliver these pizzas within 8 minutes. Because our delivery target is 30 minutes and 22 minutes have passed. You will not get money if you don't reach there within 8 minutes. You will also lose your job with this. Peter was exerting to deliver those pizzas in some way. But some kids feel the need of him again. Because they were going to face the accident. Peter immediately changes his appearance into a Spider-Man. And he rescues those kids. And he also reaches that building floor to deliver pizza. Many floor mops are slipped on him from the walking area of stairs. He is stopped there and gets late 2 minutes from his target. In this way, Peter's customer says to him that you are 2 minutes late. Now I am not going to pay for this. So, Peter also loses this job. Now his another job as freelance photographer to take Spider-Man photos. He was also not able of doing so. It means that all sources of his earning were hindering. When he goes to university after being dejected. He knows that his lecture has also been over before 1 hour. His professor informs him that his study performance is going poor nowadays. If it continues then he will be failed in this year. Now he comes to his aunt in this stress. He comes to know that it was his birthday which was not in his memory. His friends, Harry and Mary, were also there to celebrate his birthday. They celebrate his birthday here and his aunt gifts him $20. Because she knew that he had not money at all. He sees that his friend, Mary, was waiting for him as he comes out of the building. He feels excitement, seeing me. He forgets his other troubles for some time. Mary asks Peter about his life routine. Peter says, some problems are going on. But these will also be resolved with the passage of time. Then Mary tells him about his life. She also reveals that someone else has stepped in her life. Mary was still willing to stay with Peter. But Peter had already many issues. If he brought Mary into his life, then Mary had to face all issues too. He leaves from there, keeping quiet. He comes to his apartment now. His apartment was in poor condition. Because he had not money. And the owner of this apartment used to tease him daily with it. When will you pay the rent of it? So he used to hide himself from them every time. After this, it is seen that Harry had brought Peter to his business partner. Harry had taken the hold of his father's business. He brings Peter here so he may meet with the scientist. Because Peter had got a project from school that he has to conduct a research on a scientist. So Harry had brought him here where scientist says to him, I don't meet with any student but I should meet you because Harry has requested. Peter and the scientist converse with each other regarding subject. Scientist's wife approaches here. And she asks him, have you any life partner? He says, no. I am single. Then he suggests him that you may know the poetry. Peter reads the books of poetry on her saying. Now he wanted to meet Mary and Yim to tell that she is still his friend. As Peter was nearly to move to Mary, he observes that she is trying to seize the thieves but of no avail. Peter assists the police, catching the thieves. Meanwhile, his bike is also damaged. When Peter begins to go to the theater of Mary, where she used to perform her show, The people of that place do not allow him to go inside because he had gone too late. Now he was going to wait for Mary, staying outside. Peter was waiting for Mary, staying outside. When Mary comes out of the theater after his waiting of long time, he notices that Mary's another friend had come to her. Seeing him, he leaves that place. Afterwards, it is seen that Spider-Man visualizes again, as some thieves have approached there. When he is using his web shooter to capture them, suddenly, his web shooters stop working. He falls down from a height. He feels here that his all superpowers have ended here. Now he was returning home as a lonesome and lost person. Where he had neither job, his bike was also inoperative. He was down in studies and his house was also rented. After this, Peter is seen in the lab of that scientist, where he was going to reveal his inventions before the people. And Harry was going to assist him in the demonstration of these inventions. Who was the friend of Peter? Scientist tells all that he is inventing the artificial sun with the help of nuclear fusion power. It will be safe and the people will get the light from it every time. Then that scientist shows everyone a specific type of robotic machine, which was like the 4 tentacle arms. He tells that these are my helpers which will help me to make the artificial sun. They don't receive any effect of heat and magnetic field. Now that robotic machine is attached to his body and its pins are stuck into his spine, through which he could control those arms. And he also tells with it that these arms have also their own mind. It means that they have their own brain through which they can do anything or think. The other people ask the questions from the scientist there that, if you say that these arms have their own mind, how will you control them? He is asked, to which he responds, I have developed a chip specifically for this purpose, through which these 4 arms will be connected with my brain. And it will also be under my control. Now the scientist starts his nuclear fusion reaction. But a problem is detected in it. Buildings, all metals begin to attract it because of having much magnetic field. There was going on the fusion reaction there. Peter begins to save everyone, getting the appearance of the Spider-Man. Harry says to that doctor, stop this reaction. But he says that, no. It is stable and alright. I will not stop it. But Harry says to him, it is my order to stop it. But that scientist does not stop. His wife also died because of being stabbed with many glasses. After this, Peter rescues Harry, who was in trouble. Then he goes to the control system where the scientist asks him, what are you doing? He says that I am closing this system. He uses his arms to stop it. And he falls the Spider-Man to the opposite direction. Scientist also receives an electric shock here. At last, the Spider-Man stops that fusion reaction, destroying that system. Harry is very worried here because he had invested a lot of money on this project. And all that money had wasted. On the other side, doctors are seen in the hospital, where doctors were working to pull those tentacle arms from that scientist. As those doctors were removing those tentacle arms, those arms are activated, using their brain. And they end all the doctors. Now scientist also restores his consciousness. He checks that the chip through which he used to control these arms, it has damaged and these tentacle arms are using their own brain. Then, Peter is seen in his news office where the editor of newspaper says to Peter, there is a party at my home due to the happiness of the arrival of my son. You will hold the task of photography. Now it is seen that scientist was thinking to end these arms. But these arms control scientist's mind here. And they put the idea in scientist's mind that we will again make that chip. We need money for this. So we should rob. Now that scientist reaches a bank for this purpose, where Peter and his aunt were already there, who had come here to resolve the issue of their house. At the same time, scientist breaks the locker of bank, intruding there. He throws the door of locker at a distance which was going to strike Peter's aunt. But Peter soon saves her.